Hello everyone, so glad you're here. I'm Oz, and you're watching Wellness is Wisdom. Today's going to be a little bit of a special episode. We're going to get a little bit more personal. I'm always going to title these Face to Face. And you might have guessed it, but yep, I'm living without a gallbladder. Had the procedure done about 4 years ago. The procedure that sees it removed is called a cholecystectomy, and a lot of people have it done for a lot of different reasons. Usually pain. Could be a lifesaver also to get that procedure done. Now, there's a small percentage of us who get the procedure done and we have long-term side effects, things that really affect our lives, make it really hard to live. We're going to be talking about how to make our lives better and what to do now that we're living with this. So, for me, it's been very challenging getting accustomed to this life. Very low energy, very different when it comes to intellectual prowess, emotional stability, even my physical strength. I just kind of feel like I'm a shadow of my former self. I've been trying to use diet as my main tool to get there. I'm at a point in my life where, like I said, I'm really ready to do something different. I need help from everybody that is willing to give me help, and what I want to do is along the way I want to help others. I do want to start to cover how we can actually fix our lives, but before we can really cover what we should do to get our lives back on track, let's talk about this cholecystectomy business a little bit more and why people actually get it. Some people get it for gallstones, some people get it for other gallbladder non-performant or other issues that are in the area. And yes, it can be a lifesaver for some, but it's important to note that there are, real long-term side effects that can affect some people. What does the gallbladder do, and why do we have it removed? First off, the gallbladder helps to break down greasy foods. So a good example would be pizza. Let's say you want a yummy pizza and it just looks great, completely full of grease. That's fine. The body can handle this. That's what the gallbladder is for. So you eat you eat your pizza, and your body sends a signal up to the brain saying, hey, we have this greasy food in our body. Get ready to release bile. Then as the food becomes digested and it gets pushed into, your small intestine, your gallbladder, this little pocket, it actually starts to empty itself of the bile fluid. Bile fluid, think of it as like detergent, dish detergent. Actually, you could use it to wash your hands. It would actually do a very good job at that. So once the pizza makes its way into your small intestines, the gallbladder secretes that bile. That bile mixes in with the grease of that food, breaks the grease down, and then from there your body's able to take the nutrients and put it where it needs to. So when you don't have your bile or your gallbladder to release that bile when on command, you have it removed, and now you just have a constant trickle of bile through your system. Now this constant trickle causes a lot of different effects in different people. For some, it actually causes weight gain in the form of you have all this bile going through your system, and now what it's doing is it's constantly just digesting food. All of these calories, all these extra calories that you normally wouldn't have going into your body now are going into your body. On the flip side, that bile can irritate some people's small and large intestine, causing inflammation. This would actually lead to weight loss. So some people get weight gain, some people get weight loss. I know, right? So a lot of other issues that can arrive or over the time is your pancreas. It actually ends up having to work a lot harder if the foods are harder to break down. So the pancreas actually is kind of similar to the bile. The bile, it just releases bile fluid. The pancreas has to make different fluids called enzymes, and these enzymes go into your food, and they're specifically made for breaking down different types of compounds. Without the gallbladder there, it makes the pancreas have to work extra time, or overtime. And so what ends up happening to your pancreas, it gets tired and eventually it will become inflamed. That is known as pancreatitis. Pancreatitis does hurt a lot. Gut bacteria in your system, which are probably the most important aspect to your entire digestive system, that gut bacteria kind of goes out of whack, and so you can have an increase in harmful bacteria and reducing of the good bacteria you have in your system. That can lead to even more inflammation, and even worse, infection, and that hurts too. Those are the reasons why you really want to consider, is this for me? Should I have my gallbladder removed? And if you do have your gallbladder removed, those are the things to keep in mind when you have a flare-up, when you have an attack, when you have something bothering your system. Probably has to do with one of those things that I mentioned. As you may have noticed, we kind of started talking about gut bacteria a little bit, and really the center of having a better lifestyle post-surgery with issues is to have a better gut bacteria. I've created a list of focus points that's going to help us improve this ecosystem through diet, lifestyle, natural remedies, and exercise. So these things are your mood. How do we get us uplifted? How do we get our moods better? Gut bacteria. Our intellect. How do we get rid of that mental thought, that mental fatigue and foggy thinking? Gut bacteria. Social. What do we do to actually make social interactions enjoyable, interesting, and not such a drag to get through? It's all gut bacteria. Once your gut bacteria is balanced, dopamine starts to flow. Your vagus nerve system is that highway is strengthened. And not just to mention, what about your body, right? You get up in the morning feeling tired. So how do we actually get our bodies to work better? Well, with the gut bacteria. That also strengthens all the receptors, all the nerve endings throughout your entire body. It helps your brain to work better with your body. So when all these things, these mind-body components are working together in harmony, that right there is going to make you feel way more efficient, way more productive. That's the ultimate goal, right? Okay, so now we have this list, right? Gives us a clear vision of what we have to do. But the real fun starts when we have to discover how we actually go about making our lives better. What we do to actually make this gut bacteria more balanced. The next 3 videos, I'm going to be doing just that. We'll be covering how to maintain a healthy gut bacteria balance, specifically for those people who don't have their gallbladder. These videos will be covering fermented foods, sources of fiber, and finishing out with probiotics. After those 3 videos, we'll get back to our normal content. If you have any questions about this episode or anything, leave that in the comments below. And if you like my videos and you want to be a part of this journey, like and subscribe. And always remember, you are one of a kind. You really are. And I'm very, very grateful for your time.